Now, a Channel 11 special. Pittsburgh goes for the gold. They've dreamed of this moment.
I have been dreaming about going to the Olympics since I was 3.
Trained for it since they were kids.
It's what I sacrificed for.
Through the tears, through the triumph.
Even if you have epilepsy, it doesn't mean that you need to resign.
Now, they have one mission, one golden goal.
I can picture myself on the podium. We're looking to medal. That's our goal.
I hate that silver medal.
Not gonna be satisfied going to medal.
The entire world is watching as Pittsburgh goes for the gold.
We're less than 30 minutes away from the opening ceremonies at the Olympics.
For the next 2 weeks, we will be watching the world's elite athletes compete in London, and Western Pennsylvania will be well represented. There are 11 Olympians or alternates with ties to Pittsburgh. They represent divers, wrestlers, runners, and so much more. And they are the best in the USA, now trying to be the best in the world.
And 2 Pittsburgh companies are working to help them reach their goals. Ansys, a software company in Canonsburg, helped design some of the swimsuits you'll see at the pool, and Highmark is a supplier of healthcare to many of the Olympians.
And one doctor from UPMC will be working to keep those athletes healthy. Dr. Eric Anish plans to spend a month in London. During the next 30 minutes, Channel 11 will introduce you to the 11 athletes from Western Pennsylvania.
And one of the first Olympians you will see in action is McKeesport native and basketball player Swin Cash. She and her teammates tip off tomorrow morning in a game you'll see right here on Channel 11. Cash plays for the Chicago Sky in the WNBA. She won gold in 2004, but didn't make the team in 2008. She is ready to make the most of her second and what she calls her final Olympics.
I don't really know what that moment's going to be like when hopefully when we win gold again. The emotions will probably take over, and let's just say if the tears are coming down, they're tears of joy.
One Olympic sport has 2 representatives from Western Pennsylvania.
The men are competing in different weight classes for wrestling, but of course both have the same goal. Our Bill Phillips went to Waynesburg to introduce us to one of those wrestlers, and he found out that Coleman Scott has a huge support system.
When did you know what you wanted to become? Olympic wrestler Coleman Scott knows exactly when he knew.
10 years old, 1996. Of course, they were in the States in Atlanta, but you know, just that moment, I knew that's what I wanted to be when I was 10 and I saw it.
The Waynesburg native who captured 3 state championships, the 2008 national championship while wrestling at Oklahoma State University, doesn't want to be just an Olympian.
Not gonna be satisfied going to medal. I just don't want to set my goals too low. You know, I like to dream big and set them high. You know, and I've lived by it my whole life. Why not? I'm not gonna stop now.
Welcome, U.S. Olympian Coleman Scott.
No one reaches the games alone, and Coleman Scott is no different. His family and community have backed him his entire life. But there is someone that stands above the rest.
And for the last 4 years, my wife, to even say, hey, I'm gonna tell her, hey, I don't want to go get a real job. I'm gonna go chase my dreams for 4 years. Can I do it while you work? I mean, who's going to take that deal? Not very many.
Coleman Scott's big dream of Olympic gold, which began 16 years ago, won't be easy to complete, especially in the 60-kilogram weight division. But he's ready for the challenge.
I have a 3-time reigning world champ in my weight, and you know, people are saying he's the best in the world at any weight. And, you know, I'm excited to have this opportunity to go wrestle him and you know, make the most of it in my mind. I just can't wait to, like you said, I've been envisioning it for a while, you know, for years. So it's going to all come down to one day, and I can't wait to do it.
I'm Bill Phillips, Channel 11 News.
So this is the tradition.
Jake Herbert grew up as the next generation of a wrestling dynasty at North Allegheny High School.
You know what's scary is look at all that hair he has here.
Jake's father won a state championship for NA in 1974, and pictures of his dad, uncles, and cousins line the walls in the NA wrestling room.
I saw this every day in high school, man. I wanted to be up there with him.
Jake followed in his father's footsteps by winning a state title at North Allegheny. He was a 2-time national champion at Northwestern University and a member of the U.S. World Team. Now, wrestling at 84 kilos or 185 pounds, he's focused on the ultimate title.
It'll mean everything. I mean, just having that gold medal, it's what I've trained for. It's what I sacrifice for. When I train and sacrifice for something, I get it done.
For Jake, anything short of gold will be failure.
I hate that silver medal. I mean, some people will get second in the world, and you're supposed to like it, but you know, you don't win silver, you lose gold.
Despite the pressure, he's having fun and trying to soak up every moment. He even took some time to show me some moves, but the Olympics are always on his mind.
Do you think about it every moment of every day, Jake?
Yeah, I have little triggers everywhere. Back of my phone has it as a gold medal. My iPad's got a gold medal. My computer has like an Olympic gold medal there. I got little things, inspirational quotes, little writings everywhere I look in my bathroom, so it's constantly hitting me. You surround yourself with it, you start thinking about it, and it consumes you.
Jake Herbert knows there are no guarantees, but he's confident he's done everything possible to prepare, and that this is his time.
You have to hate losing. I mean, you have to hate losing more than you love winning.
At North Allegheny High School, Albie Oxenrider, Channel 11 News.
There are actually 2 Olympians with ties to North Allegheny. Lauren Crandall went to school there until she was 13, then she and her family moved to Philadelphia. Channel 11's Jennifer Abney introduces us now to one of the country's top field hockey players.
Lauren Crandall knows how to use a stick. She's the captain of the U.S. women's field hockey team and is headed to her 2nd Olympics.
We're looking to stand on the podium. We're looking to medal. That's our goal.
Crandall was part of the 2008 team that ended a 12-year Olympic drought. Now they're no longer just happy to be here.
We have a lot of veterans that were there in the 2008 team, so we know what to expect a little bit this time, and we're definitely going for the gold.
Crandall's come a long way since being the ball girl at her sister's soccer games at North Allegheny. She's one of the country's most elite field hockey players and is ready for the pressure of international play.
Everyone's bigger, faster, stronger. You go to the Olympic Games, there's 7 games where you need to put your best performance every single game.
Crandall and her teammates deal with the pressures by pampering themselves with a manicure or a pedicure. But don't let their downtime ritual fool you.
When you step onto the field and it's competition, even at this level, the girliest girls become fierce competitors.
Crandall and company start their quest for the gold with their first game on July 29th. Jennifer Abney, Channel 11 News.
Hopewell's Krista Harmato is headed to her first Olympics. The former high school and college volleyball star is now playing professionally in Italy. But nothing she's done in volleyball seems to compare to the moment she found out she was headed to London.
Once he said I was going to London, I pretty much, I don't know, it was almost like I blacked out because it was like everything after that. I was just so happy.
Beaver County has 2 Olympians.
And this is Lauren Williams' 3rd Olympics. She says this one is all about chasing away bad memories.
You know, you sacrifice a lot, but to be able to accomplish your dream at the end, it's well worth it.
She won gold in Beijing, but now this sailor is trying to do it with way more help.
And I was ready to go kind of full force after those dreams that I had not achieved yet.
And you can call her the comeback kid. This former Montour star is coming out of retirement to dive back into action. The city of Pittsburgh with a big role at the Olympics tonight. 11 athletes are taking part in the opening ceremonies with a chance for golden glory. After missing out on the Olympics twice and even retiring from diving, Montour's Cassidy Krug is now headed to London.
We caught up with her in Washington, D.C. before she left for England. Channel 11's Albie Oxenrider found out what she's doing to get from the pool to the podium.
Cassidy Krug is ready to make a splash at the London Olympics.
I have been dreaming about going to the Olympics since I was 3.
Only then, her dream was of being a gymnast, and diving was just something she did on the side. That all changed when Cassidy got to Montour High School.
That was the period when I quit gymnastics and really started focusing on diving. And so, yeah, the Montour years were great ones.
Diving came naturally for Krug. Her dad is the diving coach at Pitt, and both of her parents coach at the Pitt Aquatic Club.
They've been the best coach/parents I could imagine. They were never overly pushy. Anytime I wanted to learn a new dive, it was my choice and not theirs. But probably deep down, they kind of preferred diving over gymnastics.
The Olympics will be a comeback of sorts for Krug. She retired after not making the 2008 Olympic team, But Krug had some unfinished business.
I just realized, I missed it, and I was ready to come back, and I was ready to go kind of full force after those dreams that I had not achieved yet.
She got back on the 3-meter platform, training 5 hours a day, and worked again with her old coach at Stanford University. After winning the U.S. trials, Krug is ready to dive into action in London.
I can picture myself on the podium, and it's fantastic, and I can't breathe, and I'm happy, and I'm so excited to have the chance.
Krug plans to retire from diving after the Summer Games, and she hopes to do it with an Olympic medal around her neck. isWPXI, Channel 11 News.
Krug doesn't compete until next Friday.
And next Friday is also the rowing finals. Former Oakland Catholic star Amanda Polk hopes to be going for the gold. She's an alternate on the U.S. women's rowing team. This is her first Olympics. The London Olympics take on a different meaning for one athlete.
The close connection Anna Tunnicliffe has with England, and why going for back-to-back gold is a little different this time.
But that was a paramount time of my life.
He won a medal the last time London hosted an Olympics. That event helped this former Hazelwood man make history, even to this very day. The London Olympics will be a homecoming of sorts for one Olympian.
Anna Tunnicliffe was born in England, but she grew up in America and sails for Team USA. Channel 11's Bill Phillips tells us what she's doing to win back-to-back gold.
The top-ranked sailor in the world, Anna Tunnicliffe, loves challenges. That's why after striking gold individually in the laser radial sailing event in Beijing 4 years ago, she's now leading the U.S. match racing team into London. The team concept is something she embraces.
Being able to share it with somebody else, besides your coach, but 2 other teammates that, everybody performed the best they could, and as a whole, we accomplished it. And yeah, it's awesome.
Tunnicliffe, who sat down with me for an interview via Skype, pays for that awesome thrill of achievement with 10 or 11 hours of hard work on and off the water every day.
It's not an easy job to dedicate 4 years of your life every day to that. You sacrifice a lot, but to be able to accomplish your dream at the end, it's well worth it.
The London Games will be a homecoming for Tunnicliffe's parents, who hail from England but call Pittsburgh home. Following the 2008 Games, Anna made a special visit, along with her gold medal, to the Christ Lutheran School, where her mom worked in Forest Hills. It's a visit she would love to repeat.
To be able to bring it back and just inspire more people to follow their dreams, that would be awesome. It would be amazing to be able to do that.
What is it that's that key, that secret that you have that some people haven't figured out?
I call it the 4 Ds: the dream, the desire, the dedication, and the discipline. So I try and follow the 4 Ds every day and always try and learn one thing that's going to make me better tomorrow than I am today.
Following the 4 Ds likely has Tunnicliffe on the path to a second gold. I'm Bill Phillips, Channel 11 News.
This is actually the 3rd time London has hosted a Summer Olympics.
The last time London hosted an Olympics, World War II was just ending, and a young Hazelwood man was jumping his way to the podium. As Channel 11's isWPXI learned, that opened the doors for Herb Douglas to make history.
Life can be a matter of inches, and 297 inches changed Herb Douglas's life in a big way. 297 inches, or 24.9 in the long jump, to earn the bronze medal in the 1948 London Olympics.
That was a paramount time of my life, and it always will be. It opens up doors.
Douglas has come a long way from his upbringing in Hazelwood. He jumped his way into stardom at Pitt and then at the Olympics. His legacy is on the walls of the Heinz History Center.
How often do you think about that moment in 1948, and how did that moment change your life?
You knew that you had won a medal, stood up on a podium, represented the United States. I imagine there isn't hardly a year that goes by that I don't think of it many, many times. That's my sister. That's me.
At 90, Douglas is now the oldest living African-American Olympic medalist. We met up with him as he donated items to the Heinz History Center.
Who better than Olympian Herb Douglas to have a time capsule right here at the History Center? He made history Our job is to preserve it.
Douglas showed me pictures of athletes. That's Joe Frazier. World leaders and presidents he knows, including President Obama.
Happy birthday from the President of the United States.
As I walked up to him and shook his hand, he said, "I'm standing on your shoulders."
Douglas isn't slowing down. He's already made plans to be in London and hopes to watch some track and field events. Albie Oxenrider, Channel 11 News.
Douglas's success isn't just in sports. He's earned 2 degrees from Pitt and last year earned an honorary degree from a university in Louisiana.
One of the youngest track and field Olympians is from the South Hills. Trevor Barron is just hitting his stride in race walking. He's doing it by overcoming some major obstacles that threatened his life.
Let's all get personal bests today.
And this former Whippeal soccer star is getting ready to add Olympian to her impressive resume, even if she may not play a single minute in London. One of the youngest track and field stars for Team USA is from Bethel Park.
Trevor Barron is considered to be one of the best young race walkers in the world, but his journey to the Olympics has been full of obstacles. Trevor Barron is just hitting his stride in race walking. At just 19, he'll be the lone U.S. representative in the 20K event. His path to the Olympics hasn't been easy. Just days before going to the U.S. trials, wildfires devoured neighborhoods around his training ground in Colorado, and thick smoke filled the air.
My bike routes were, had been burned, and the mountains were brown. Like, you don't appreciate it until it's gone.
Trevor arrived in Oregon and shattered the U.S. record, a record held by his coach and mentor. While wildfires forced him to move his Olympic training to San Diego, Trevor is used to obstacles.
I was a competitive swimmer through about age 12, but I had epilepsy, and after several seizures in the pool, I was forced to take a break from swimming.
He moved from the pool to the track and got inspired by his older sister.
She went to the Junior Olympics in Sacramento in 2001, and I got left home.
That would be the last time Trevor took up race walking and excelled. But when his seizure medicine stopped working, he decided it was time for brain surgery at Children's Hospital. He was just 13. Since then, he's been seizure-free and making history in U.S. race walking.
It's just a testament to his dedication, his focus, and his, his ability. It's great.
It's been a great way to show that even if you have some disability, even if you have epilepsy, it doesn't mean that you need to resign your life at this point. You can still do more.
Trevor's trying to win the first U.S. medal in race walking in 40 years.
He is not the only local representative in track and field. Lauren Williams is back for her 3rd Olympics. She's in the pool for the women's relay and could be tapped to run. It is the same event in which she dropped the baton in both 2004 and 2008. Williams says she wants the chance to redeem herself.
I feel like I failed the first 2 times, so this is my opportunity to make it all count and, realize what a blessing and a wonderful opportunity this is. And I said, especially for just the relay, that, it's been the thorn in my side these last 2 times around.
And like Lauren Williams, Pine Richland's Megan Klingenberg is also hoping for a chance to compete.
She's an alternate on the U.S. women's soccer team. As Channel 11's Rich Walsh discovered, this has been a dream of hers since she was just 9 years old.
We're not going to stomp on the ball. It's just going to be a nice little stop.
Before leaving for London, current soccer phenom Megan Klingenberg showed off some of her skills to future soccer stars.
We want to be in control all the time.
She ran this camp in Cranberry Township, not too far from where she grew up in Pine Richland.
These kids may have big dreams and aspirations, but I know soccer has opened up so many doors for me.
The biggest door soccer has opened for Klingenberg is a trip to the Olympics.
It's an honor. Being able to go to the Olympics has kind of been a dream come true.
And it's been a dream since she was 9 years old, growing up here on the soccer fields of Western PA.
I've kind of weaseled my way up, and so it's been an incredible journey just seeing you know, going from this kid that had big dreams to actually getting to live them out, it's been an incredible experience.
Klingenberg is one of 4 alternates for the U.S. women's soccer team. She won't play unless someone gets hurt.
So if a player in my position goes down, can't play, then they would call me in and I would fill in and be on the roster.
So do you kind of wish or hope or?
Not even a little. I mean, I know these girls really, really well and they're incredible people, but at the same time you have to be ready. So I would never wish that upon one of these people that I know really well and have become good friends, but I also know that I have to be ready to step in and play.
And even if she doesn't play, Klingenberg says she'll be watching the games from the stands and learning as much as she can, hoping to make the roster in 2016. In Cranberry Township, Rich Walsh, Channel 11 News.
2 weeks of amazing sports coverage, and it all starts in just a few minutes with opening ceremony.
We'll see you right back here after it ends on 11 at 11. Have a good night and go Team USA.